Hey guys, Thursday, March 27, 2025. Let's see what the Black Widow wants to do today. So far, we have a surprise. Our Elliott wave count has changed. That March 10th high, 490, has become wave 3. Isn't that interesting? So it's wave 5 from August the 27th, wave 1, 10.3, wave 2, 10.18. I think last time it was picking maybe wave 3 here. I was leaning more wave 3 was here. And this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make a wave 3 on March the 10th. And now we're working on a wave 4. It thinks that we have a wave 4 already. I know these come up once for high probability trade. If it blows below 370, then your next support will be 332, and then your last would be 3, and then maybe this go back to a wave 5. But so far it thinks it's a wave 3, meaning that maybe the wave 5 is even higher. Stokes are very negative, very oversold. So that's good if you want to start nibbling on the long side. Natural cycles or seasonality is bullish. And if it continues going down, then we have to put back our inverted. But so far, it is bullish from here on out. From the 24th on, this is where seasonality-wise, she likes to go higher. Cycles, looks like there is some kind of bottom forming here on the fractal level. And this is just what, the 26th. We don't have today's price action. We went as all the way as 370. So we got to keep an eye on this. This is very key right here. Very key. Time clusters telling us to watch for the 31st, 404, and there's something big going on the 15th. So keep an eye on those dates. I think if there's going to be a turn, it's probably going to be next week. I think she's probably going to let the bears think like she got them. They got them. And then maybe next week she rips. But that's just me speculating. But so far, interesting, very interesting. Let's look at some targets that we had here. So we had the ellipse technique on the 18. It got this pop, which is the dead cat bounce. It looks like it's an ABC. And then it kind of on the 26 hit our target here. But then we have, this is the ellipse target, and volatility is going to increase on the 31st. So I bet you maybe between the 30 and the 31st, we're going to turn and surprise the bears. Right here is your midpoint of 370. That's the 0 degree and the square of 9. Anywhere between 374 and 367, 66 is a nice sweet spot to maybe consider maybe nibbling to the long side, in my opinion. I was short yesterday, so far it's going well. I know it went as low as 369. And the models are indicating maybe a possible pop Thursday. So I gotta look at that. But yeah, so far everything is looking good here. If this is the account, then into a wave 4, so we're gonna go wave 5. Early target should be, your midpoint would be 462, 465 around there. You got your wave 5 all the way here. First wave 5, which is 520. That's realistic. And then your second one, which would be 605 for a wave 5. So there's a wave 5, seasonality wise, it backs it up. Let's go to our next chart. This is my my market glance. So far we're at -6 now, and our wave 5 has turned to a wave 4. The models I'm testing this week, so far they're panning out well. And we got a Gann target of 588. So that means that if this is true, we're on a wave 4 This is very now high probability, big long-term target. There was a second wave 5 of $6, so we're getting close. But we could get up there. But so far, members of traders report negative, seasonality is bullish. My signals are negative. My technical, the 4 hours very negative, 1 hour is negative. Daily's spectrum cycle is negative. Weekly is positive. The daily technicals are negative. So far, the weekly and the monthly are holding on well. If you're bullish, you don't want to see these guys going dark either. You want them to stay. The trend is still up. It's just a nice little correction. It makes sense with the wave 5 here, turning into a wave 4. Looking at our market profile, you can see the value area low is 353. Can it go down there? It could. Don't underestimate it. We on our May contract. It just kicked in. So I just want to make everybody aware of that. Let's see. Let's go into our simple glance chart. So far, we're below the 50. We lost point of control. We're starting to dig into the cloud. There's a strong level here of 362 to 373. And this is my favorite spot to accumulate on the linear regression channel. MACD is still negative. So there's still path of least resistance to the downside. But in regards to timing, I think next week might be interesting. Yep. This would be interesting. We went as low as today, around 373. Yeah, so let's see how that's going to play out. Looking at our squeeze play, it's still triggering short. The 12-hour just triggered. Well, it's been triggering. It was triggering up. Just interesting. It was in a squeeze play, and then it turned green here. And it was like a fake out here. You got the 200 somewhere around here on the 12-hour chart, 368. Up below the 50 on the daily. Next support on the daily will be the 100 moving average around 357. And you got your 20 coming in on the weekly around 363. Got PPS sell signal that just kicked in. So that means you have to wait for next week for a retrace and then short. But so far, the pressure is to the downside. Ugly wick right there. Let's go into our midpoint chart. So yeah, the big target, if it was to continue, I'm short, but I feel like maybe it could hold here. So I'm going to be watching price action today. It got short yesterday. 352 is a big target right here, or a big level. So this is yearly pivots. And so far, Mobo's broke the band, so that's good. Pressure to the downside. Let's look at our weekly. You can see with the daily with the monthly pivots, we broke your midpoint, which is 382. This was I was watching to break, and finally we broke it. And it looks good to the downside. Mobos are definitely expanding lower. Stokes are pushing lower. Targets, if it was to go lower, 365. But I don't know if this is a dead like a head fake, a bear trap. So you have to be very, very cautious here. I'll leave the 4 hour for last because that's where my models are at. Something happened at 1 a.m. around 2 a.m. Sorry, 2 a.m. and it just got flushed. This is where I got short right here. And I felt a little pain there, but you know, it came back in right at the midpoint at 389. So it went like this. Boom. On the midpoint, and something happened that really pushed it lower. And now it's starting to wake up here with our low at 373. This is the hourly, so we were very overextended. I could have locked profit here at 375. But I started making the video and started noticing all this and noticed the Elliott wave change on the account. So I don't want to give back too much. But let's look at what our model has been indicating. This the 4 hour? Yeah. So the 4 hour, focus on just this week. That's what the model is showing us. Let's fix this here. So it was saying down, all down at least to Wednesday, and then sideways, and then Thursday up, both up, and then one of them down. So this is where they split. And what has happened is it's just been it goes down, sideways, up, then down. So it was kind of leaning us there. I was just expecting more of a flush down, sideways, chopping down, and then finally down. So it was kind of stair stepping and not actually pushing down like flush, like even taking out this pivot here, 366. Nonetheless, the model did get that it was a downward spiral, very choppy. People just getting chopped back and forth. But here is where it happens, which is interesting. Both models are pointing up. So could it be that maybe we retest this 386? And then from here, if it continues going up, then maybe this is that wave 4. And then it's going to follow the natural cycles. That the natural cycles are all up. But we need to regain 386 and get above at least 391 for this 25%, which is 396. We need to regain all this and kind of be in this world. And if we end up Friday here, then this is definitely looking like a wave 4. 406. If we get to 406 by Friday, well, this, I don't know what EIA report is coming out today, so I don't know what could cause it. I don't know anything that could cause this thing to go even higher like that, but don't be surprised. So let's just take it by step. Let's see if this is the low, which is what, 373. If this is our low, it could go two ways. It could go sideways to higher from here, or if it's going to follow this model, it's going to take it out on Friday because that's what's indicating. So anything positive in the EI report, and then come Friday was a dead cat bounce. We go down from here. It goes sideways and then goes higher and ends up positive somewhere around this ballpark. If that happens, then chances are it could probably go higher. And if it does this down, then I have a couple of dates I'm watching into next week where it could possibly turn. So we'll see. It's all a matter of where we close Friday, where we close this week. Hopefully that helps. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on that gas.